Alright, so doing a tier list for Gen 1 Pokemons, and I'm gonna do the other generations later on. But for now, this is just primarily for their designs and how they look. I'm not doing Mega Evolutions or VMAX, that's gonna be its own separate thing, so yeah, let's just get started. Bulbasaur, I like the design, top tier. Ivysaur, looks cool, top tier. And Venusaur, I'm not really a fan of it. It just looks pretty weird with the plants behind it, so I'll call it mid. Charmander, I get it. It's supposed to be like a very simple design of a fire dragon, fire lizard. But I think out of all of them, Charmander just looks really weird per se. That's just my opinion. Charmeleon, I like the design. And I kind of wish the Charizard line kept that color of red. So that's that. Charizard. Ah, man, I don't even know where to put him. I want to... No, he's a dragon. Or looks like a dragon, so that's that. The Squirtle line, right? Squirtle's top tier. Wartortle. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't like Wartortle. Wartortle just looks so weird. But after that, Blastoise, top tier. Caterpie. I don't care for it. I don't care for the entire evolution of the Butterfree line. Same thing with the Beedrill line. Don't care for it. Pidgey. Pidgey's a pretty basic design. It's just a pigeon, more or less. So I guess I'll put it at mid. Now, Pidgeotto is good, and then Pidgeot. I've always said this as a kid, but I always thought that Pidgeotto was the last evolution and Pidgeot was the mid evolution. But I've been wrong for so many years. The Rattata line, just get this out of the way. Feral line, I kind of don't care about it. Ekans and Arbok. Ekans is pretty mid, but Arbok, I like that design. It's good. Pikachu, it's iconic. How can you not like it? Raichu, I like it. Sandshrew and Sandslash. I think Sandslash goes in the good tier. Sandshrew is mid. The Nidoqueen line. Funny enough, I think the first two are mid, but Nidoqueen goes in good. Same thing goes for Nidoking. The first two evolution lines are mid, but that Nidoking is good. I liked King and Queen. I really like their final evolutions. For Clefairy and Clefable, I kind of... Hold on, I think I gotta make one thing. Don't delete Pharaoh. He's mid. Yeah. After that, I don't care about the rest. Clefairy and Clefable. I'm really indifferent to their designs. I'll put Clefairy at mid because it looks like a plushie. But Clefable, I kind of don't care about it, really. Vulpix and Ninetales go in the good tier. I mean, I kind of like them, and their designs are pretty iconic, especially for Gen 1. And Ninetales is just a really good looking Pokemon. So for Jigglypuff, that's a good tier Pokemon. But for Wigglytuff, I feel it's a bit of a downgrade. It just gets bigger and it's not as adorable as it is in its first baby form. So I'm gonna put that in the bad. I don't know. I really don't find the appeal of it. I feel like Jigglypuff should have been that singular evolution Pokemon that doesn't evolve. So yeah. Zubat and Crobat. Zubat is okay, but Crobat, it looks pretty dumb because it has a big ass mouth for no reason. Not to mention it grew eyes, which I get it. If it didn't have the eyes, it would look exactly like a Zubat, but I don't know. It kind of looked a little weird. Next, we have Oddish, Gloom, and Vowel Plume. Yeah. Bad, delete, and I guess I'll put it in bad. Freaking Gloom is just the worst out of the evolutions by design. It just does not look anything like the first and last evolution. I could not. At least these two somewhat look similar, but holy crap, man. That mid-evolution is just so nasty. Freaking Paris and Parasect. No, I don't like their designs. Pretty gross. Same thing can be said for goddamn these two. The Digletts, funny enough, I don't have anything against it. It's kind of simple. The first evolution is just 1, and then it evolves into 3. So it's kind of mid. It's not good or bad. It's just there, for Pete's sake. Meowth, though. Meowth, I kind of like its evolution. It goes from this funny-looking cat to something very elegant. So I'll put Meowth in the good tier, and then for its Persian's evolution, I'll put it in good too. Like, they're just, I like both of them. Psyduck has to go in the top tier. I like Psyduck a lot. And then for Golduck, it's not top tier per se, because Psyduck has like the adorable goofiness to it in terms of appearance, and then Golduck is like, hey, I'm serious and I look cool. I think I'll put it in the good tier. Oh god. Okay. Mankey and Primeape. They're mid. Don't have much to say. I keep forgetting that these Pokemons even exist at some point, so the only time I remember Mankey is because of that one Smosh video.
Mankey, extremely quick to anger.
You mean monkey?
Mankey.
No, that's definitely a monkey.
Mankey.
Whatever.
But after that, that's about it. Growlithe and Arcanine, top tier. One of the coolest looking Pokemons in the entirety of Gen 1. I don't care what people say. I don't care if people get tired of it. Arcanine and his evolution is so badass. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Politoed. Poliwag goes in mid. Poliwhirl I remember more, and he's in mid, or good. And then Poliwrath, kind of, he's also mid, yeah. To me, it's just, I guess to me, the only difference between the second and third evolution is that he looks more serious. So there's really not much difference to it. And Poliwag, I never really cared for it. Abracadabra and Alakazam. I like Abra's design. Alakazam. Oh no, Kadabra and Alakazam, they're all good. I'm very tempted to put Abra in the top tier because I kind of think its first evolution is a lot better than its other two. I'm very tempted to do that. So yeah, I might do that. I really like Abra. Like, if it's possible, I would keep Abra in its first form, but after that, like, I wouldn't evolve it. Machop, Machamp, and Machoke. Not in order, but Machop is mid, Machoke is mid, and yeah, I want to say all three of these, they're all pretty mid. There's really not much to it, if I'm being honest. Like, I think it's kind of cool that Machamp gets the Goro arms. But I kind of wish the face was a bit different, because he got some big old lips. And, yeah. Machoke, I think it's cool that he gets pretty buff and that he gets the belt with the freaking undies on it. And Machop is just, it's whatever. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. I'm not gonna lie. I think the last two are... Actually, no. If I really think about it, all three of these are just bad. I kind of don't like these designs the more I look at it. I just don't like the fact that, you know, they always got to keep that big-ass mouth open. Even if Victory Bell is just upside down compared to Weeping Bell. But my god, dude. Not really feeling these evolutions. This is the side of Gen 1 where the evolutions were pretty weak. Like, not everything was top tier, as some people want you to believe. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Tentacool, I'll put it in the bad. It honestly looks like a helmet with, like, ropes on the side. But Tentacruel, dude, that's a good transformation. It's a really good evolution. Let's see, what else? Let's see. We got Geodude, Graveler, and we got Golem. In all honesty, Geodude goes in mid. Graveler looks very unappealing. And Golem... Actually, no. Hold on. Graveler goes in the delete tier. And Golem is just pretty bad. It's kind of hard to see how Golem evolved from Geodude, because Geodude and Gravelers are pure rock types and ground types if you want to be really accurate with it. But Golem looks nothing like these two. So it's kind of confusing as to how he evolves into that, but whatever. Ponita and Rapidash. Dude. Ponita goes in the good tier. Rapidash goes mid. Like, Ponita actually kind of looks appealing. Because, like, I get it, it's a horse on fire. That's pretty cool. But Rapidash, there's something to it that just makes it lose its cool factor. Maybe it's the way where the fires were placed, like where the flames were placed for Ponita, that made it look cool. But Rapidash, it gets like the horn on the forehead. But something about it just doesn't really stick to me that... I don't know, just looking at it makes me wish, can you go back to being Ponita, or could they have redesigned you a bit differently? But after that, there's something about it. I can't put my finger on it. But Rapidash definitely looks a lot less cooler than Ponita. Slowpoke and Slowbro. Slowpoke, I kind of like the design. It's really good. And Slowbro just looks as cool and adorable. Because, like, look at the goofy smile that he has on his face. Sure, Slowbro gets the thing on its tail. I forgot what it was called. And that's really not much of an evolution. But I still like it. Magnemite and Magneton. Okay, see, I like Magnemite. Magneton is just 3 of it combined, which I get it, you know, it has magnets on it. So I guess I'll put it in the mid tier. Just for now. Farfetch'd, put it in mid. There's really not much to say for it. It's just a bird with a celery stick. I mean, the bird looks cool, but the celery stick, no. Let's see. There's Doduo and Dotrio. I really never liked these designs. I get it. It's a bird with 2 heads that turns into a bird with 3 heads, but they kind of look pretty weak. In all honesty, there's really not much to it. Seal and Dugong, where would I put them at? I think Seal would go in mid, and then Dugong would go in mid as well. Not much really to it. It's not something crazy like, you know, from Charmander to Charizard or Squirtle to Wartortle. Nothing like that really. It's just, you know, it's a white seal at the end of it, you know. It's just a white seal. Not much to say to it. Freaking Muck and Grimer. Let's see. Grimer, I mean, they look identical in all honesty. Just one looks a bit more I guess. So Muck, I'll go with bad. Grimer, I'll go with just as bad. Grimer and Muck. Yeah, I think that's a fair placement. Sheldor and Cloyster. Sheldor, I want to put it in mid. Cloyster, I'm not gonna lie, I really like the design. And it kind of looks like a Gengar the more you look at it. Like, these two are right next to each other. They look very similar. So I'll put Cloyster at, like, pretty good design. Especially from where it came from. But the Gengar line. Dude. Ghastly definitely has to go in good. And then Haunter and Gengar goes in top tier. I always liked Gengar. Oh, wait, no. Whoops. I always liked Haunter and Gengar. Haunter is honestly my favorite out of the three. But Gengar just looks as cool as Haunter does. So, I'm pretty happy with the way it goes. Let's see. Next is Onix. Onix is pretty cool looking. I'll put it in the good tier. Pretty cool looking for, you know, for a mon that's a snake but made out of rocks. Next we got Drowsy and Hypno. Drowsy looks like an overweight psychic, and Drowsy just he needs to be deleted. I'm sorry, the internet ruined my perspective of him. I can't, like, sure, he kind of gets fit and whatnot, but there's really not much to it. But just because of the internet alone, oh, and Twitter and Reddit and all these other places, I have to put him in delete. I just want him out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to talk about it. Krabby and Kingler, they're mid, in all honesty. See, now here's the interesting part. Voltorb and Electrode. I like Voltorb. The fact that he looks like a Pokeball, looks like he has that angry look too. Like, something about it. It's simple, but it's really effective. And then they ruin it with Voltorb by giving him a mouth. And taking away the eyes too. And making him upside down. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it whatsoever. Next we got Execute and Executor. Or yeah, Executor. Fuck, I don't know if I fucked it up. I never really cared about Execute and Executor. Executor. Don't care about it either. They're bad. Actually, no. Delete this one. This is a stupid. It's just a bunch of eggs. Stupid. Now, Cubone and Marowak, they're really good. These are really good designs. I like how Cubone wears the skull over its head, has the bone, but when it evolves, the skull becomes part of his head. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And it just looks straight up badass. Oh boy, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I'm not gonna lie, I like Hitmonlee because of the name, but the design is pretty weak. Hitmonchan looks a lot better. Lickitung, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too much of a fan for it. For some reason, it looks like a Ditto, like just from the eyes, but with an extremely long mouth, or long tongue, my bad. So, I guess I'll put Lickitung at mid. Now, Coughing and Wheezing, I'll put them both at mid. I like, the names are pretty clever too. Coughing and Wheezing. Now, Rhyhorn and Rhydon. These are some actually interesting looking ones. Rhyhorn gets a pass in the good tier. Rhydon is just as good. So, with Chansey, I think Chansey's a pretty good looking Pokemon. Design wise, it has the egg in its stomach and whatnot. It's one of those iconic Gen 1 Pokemons where if you showed it to someone who stopped watching Pokemon or stopped playing the game, you know, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember this Pokemon. Because I think Chansey was always with Nurse Joy. So just its appearance alone could probably get anyone to remember what it looked like. Because like I said before, not many Pokemons are ones that people are going to remember. They're going to be like, was that Gen 1? Oh shit, I kind of forgot that existed. So yeah. Tangela. I'm going to put Tangela at I'll put it at mid tier. It's interesting in its design, but not enough to warrant it as to me liking it. Kangaskhan. I kind of like, I mean, it's honestly like a kangaroo, but I guess somewhat like, if I had to describe it in my own way, more or less like a prehistoric kangaroo, if that makes any sense. Because with Kangaskhan, it's like, hey, there's a baby in my sack. I'm gonna beat your ass. And the funny thing is too, is like we always see the mom, but we never really see the dad. So I don't know, personally I felt as if what was it, Nintendo was it Nintendo or was it some other company? I don't remember, but I felt like we should have gotten, like in Gen 2, what the dad looks like, because we never get to see it. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Now Horsey and Seadra. Horsey, I'll put it at mid. Seadra kind of looks like, how do I explain what Seadra looks like? Seadra looks like one of those, oh, hold on, I gotta look it up. Seadra looks like Cubert. Like, in all honesty, he looks like Cubert. Like, look at this. Look at this, and then look at this. Like, how can you not tell me they look very similar? Maybe Seadra got inspiration to look like him because of Cubert? I don't know, but I can't unsee it now. So that's just my opinion. That's why I put him at mid. Next we got Goldeen and Seaking. Goldeen, gonna put it at mid. Seaking, I don't know what the heck happened with Goldeen, but my god, is that a terrible, horrible design. Holy shit. Seaking honestly looks like if Goldeen just went into a serious drug habit. Just had a serious drug problem. And now it's like a former version of itself. Like, holy crap. You have something elegant in its first evolution, and then something hideous in its second. God damn. That is such a massive downgrade. For if there had to be a trophy for the worst downgrade in all of Gen 1, it'd probably have to go to Goldeen and Seadra or Seaking. Like, holy fuck. Next you got Staryu, right? And Starmie. I always like the design. Like the fact that there's a gem in the middle of it. I think it's cool because it's a starfish, and then it kind of looks like there's two starfish put together, when in reality it's one. And if you spin it real fast, it kind of looks like a shuriken. So yeah, I like the design. From brown to yellow to purple and yellow with the red gem in the middle. I think the color scheme really works for it as well. Next we got Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime, I'm sorry, but you look like a clown. And maybe that's what the creators were going for, but never really liked you. He's only appealing to watch in the Detective Pikachu movie, but after that, I kind of prefer Mr. Rhyme over Mr. Mime. Scyther, bro. Scyther has to go on the MVP list. Scyther is so cool looking, dude. If you disagree with me on how Scyther looks, if you think Scyther looks dumb or he deserves to be in a lower tier, I mean, everyone has their opinion, but you're wrong. So Jinx, delete please. Jinx, yeah, I can never unsee it now, but people made comparisons of how Jinx looks to freaking Nicki Minaj at one point, and I find it hilarious. And I think they had to censor Jinx, because wasn't Jinx black? So like, I think after the first game, they made her purple? I remember Jinx being black. Yeah. The original design was Jinx being black. And then they had to revise it because of how offensive it looked. Like, even in the anime, she looked very offensive. Like, holy crap, dude. Like, ugh. Jinx just honestly looked like Mr. Popo, but with a wig on and a dress. I'm so glad they decided to revise it and not make it like this. Because if they kept going with this, I'm pretty sure Jinx would have had one of those situations where, oh yeah, Jinx no longer exists in the Pokemon world, and there's no explanation as to why. We just got rid of it because people got offended by it. For a good reason, too. Electabuzz and Magmar. I'm not gonna lie, I want to say they're mid. I'm more of a fan of their other evolutions, but I'm not gonna talk about them because, you know, that's Gen 2, I believe. Gen 2 or 3. So, yeah. Pinsir! Delete this bitch. I don't like Pinsir. Never have, never will. It looks more terrifying with its Mega Evolution, but I'm not gonna get into it. Just, no. Tauros. I like Tauros' design. It's pretty simple. It's a bull with 3 tails. Gen 1 for you. Next, we got Magikarp and Gyarados. Magikarp looks really derpy, but at the same time, I have to put him in the good tier. I was gonna put him in mid, but what I see in Magikarp, appearance-wise, is like, whenever I see a Magikarp, I don't see it for what it is. I see the potential that it has to evolve into Gyarados, but if I'm going purely based on appearance, it's just a derpy fish. A useless derpy fish. So therefore, it goes in the mid tier. But Gyarados. Gyarados is so cool looking, so threatening. It's the complete opposite of Magikarp. And I kind of like the legendary red Gyarados. I still like that color scheme. I kind of wish it wasn't the shiny variant. But hey, whenever I see Gyarados, my first instinct is to go for the shiny because it looks a lot better. Lapras. Lapras just has that iconic design to it that makes it really want to go to top tier. I was going to put it in good and keep it there, but Lapras is just too iconic. I really like Lapras. It's a pretty cool looking Pokemon. So yeah, top tier. Who would have thought? Ditto. I'll put Ditto in good. Ditto's a pretty weird design. It's just, I guess, splooge. It's just Jello, but with a really derpy face on it. So, yes. But after that, we have all the Eeveelutions. And honestly, the original Eeveelutions, like Jolteon and Flareon and Vaporeon and Eevee, they're all top tiers. I like every single one of them. If I had, I could never pick a favorite. Because out of these 4, I like Eevee, I like Jolteon, and I like Flareon. Vaporeon, not so much. Whenever I think about it, here's Eevee, Jolteon, and Flareon, and then Vaporeon is like right underneath it. It's like close, but it's not there. But I can never pick between these 3. I can never pick on which one I like more. Like, I know Eevee's are pretty much guaranteed until you give it a specific stone to evolve into, but I'm always stuck between Flareon and Jolteon, so I always try to have both. Next, we have Porygon, and Porygon, I'm not really a fan of it. It's just bad. It's not really that interesting to me. Design-wise, it kind of looks like either chalk or just a very bad render of a Pokemon, which I feel that might be the case, but hey, I could be wrong. Alright, next is these 2, the Omastar Evolution. I don't really like them. They kind of look really creepy and disgusting, so that's a hard pass, no thanks. But after that, we have Kabuto and Kabutops. Kabuto, I guess I'll put it in bad. It looks pretty freaky, not gonna lie. I don't like it. But Kabutops, dude, it's too cool. Like, how do you evolve this from that? This is a massive upgrade to that. I get it, they're fossil Pokemons, but wow, that's really cool. After that, we have Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl looks cool. Looks cool, but not enough to warrant it the top tier appearance and whatnot, and top tier design, so it's good. Iconic and good. Snorlax. Snorlax is top tier. I don't care what people say. Snorlax is just, hey, I'm a big guy. And guess what? You guys know me. Everyone knows Snorlax. Everyone likes Snorlax. And if you don't like Snorlax, what is wrong with you? Okay, here we go. I don't know why they put... I don't know why they put these three here. But Dratini, mid, but Dragonair and then Dragonite? Damn, like, this is literally the definition of an evolution and an upgrade per evolution. Dragonair is good, such a really good design. Then when it evolves into fucking Dragonite, holy shit, I fucking like this dragon so much. Just too bad that the actual dragon looking one, you know, Charizard isn't a dragon, but whatever, I digress. Finally, we have the Legendaries. Finally, it's time for the Legendaries. Articuno, top tier. Zapdos, top tier. And Moltres, mid. Hold on, that's the good tier. That's one too many. Mid. Okay, let me explain myself. This is where I have to explain myself very, very heavily. The reason why I put Moltres in mid instead of good is because of the fact that Moltres is just a chicken on fire. They could have done it better. They could have done it in a different way where like the fire maybe spread more. But out of all the legendary bird trios, Moltres is honestly the weakest one in design. To me, at least. Because, shit, it's just not as cool as looking at Articuno and Zapdos. Zapdos' wing design, like, I get it, Zapdos is the electric type, and the wings have the design of an electric type Pokemon. Articuno just look majestic and mystic as fuck for being an ice Pokemon. But if I had to explain out of the three which is my favorite, Articuno, Zapdos, and then Moltres. I'm pretty sure it's very obvious with the way of how I placed them. With how I immediately went with Articuno first instead of Zapdos. And then Moltres is just down here. Alright, last but not least, Mewtwo. Top tier. Is there any other... I mean, what did you expect? What did you expect in all honesty? And then, last but not least, number 151, Mew. Mew is good. It's a good design. Not really, not cool enough like Mewtwo. I get it, Mew was technically the first. Technically, all the Pokemons were Mew at some point until they decide to pick an evolution, just stay there. And Mew was like the last one. But in all honesty, Mewtwo just looked a lot cooler than Mew. It's like, I get what the scientists were going for. They're like, hey, this is an upgraded version of Mew. This is Mew, but better. We call him Mewtwo, but yeah. Mewtwo deserves to be in the top tier, and Mew is somewhat a relic of the past. Like, you still gotta give it respect, you know, because it's the original before the other Pokemon showed up. But as cute as it is, it's not good enough for me to make it a top tier. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. This is just my opinion once again. These are all the Pokemons that I think are definitely this is where I would place all of them, from the top tier to the goods, the mids, the bads, and the deletes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and where would you honestly place all these Pokemons? Which would you consider top tier, and which would you consider the worst? So let me know, and next video I'll do will probably be another tier list, but for Gen 2, but that won't be for a while. So if you liked the video, subscribe. See you later.